What's up, guys? Well, I'm back with another video, and for this week is going to be a replay of week 8 of SMOGTOUR. And man, we are down to the wire. We only have one more week left before this whole tournament ends. I unfortunately cannot make it to the top 16, so I'm just playing for the fun of it and for you guys, for the content, for practice, for myself as well. So we're just going to get straight into it. We have an opponent by the name of Luigi, and Luigi is a moderator in the tournament. I think he's a moderator, and I believe he's a moderator in the SMOGTOUR form. So I already know this guy's a great player. He's been around for quite some time. Look, his emoji is pretty funny too. It's just Snorlax laying flat on the belly with little girl coming out of his stomach. So that's pretty funny. And I have Snorlax in my team, so we already know we vibing here. Anyways, look at my opponent's team, very threatening. He probably expected me to bring in my original team, and maybe his team does fare against that. But you already know I'm trying to change it up. So as you see here, my team is fire because I have Victory Bell and Snorlax and Beedrill and those Pokemon fire. So we just going to hit play and get straight right into it. So my opponent, Luigi, decides to lead off with Gliscor. I lead off with Beedrill. I'm doing Mega Evolution. I should have used Knockoff because this is my best opportunity to just get that Toxic Orb out, and it will play very crucially later on, as you'll see. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. Basically, I went for U-turn. I just want to get in my Weavile as soon as possible because I know that Weavile with the SD after switching in can do a lot to any of the mines. I think, like, because obviously Gliscor is going to switch out, expecting me to go for Icicle Crash. So I'm going to set up SD. I'm basically faster than all his mines. He's not going to bring out Greninja. That's very risky. Greninja, I think it's the same speed. No, he's faster. No, I'm actually still faster than him. So yeah, I'm actually faster than all his mines, and unless this Scarf. But yeah, Weavile is just an immediate threat. As soon as I saw this, I was like, all right, Weavile is the man, MVP of this match. But here I do go for U-turn, like I said, switching to Weavile. He goes straight for EQ, not blasting him around, but he gets that big crit, and that big crit did not really help me out at all. And it's kind of funny because crit is like a big thing in this game. As I go for SD as without the risk as well, because obviously he could just stayed in and not expecting to go for Ice Punch or Ice Crash because that's pretty obvious. But I do make the prediction here, go for Sword Dance into Toxic Pet, and I get that crit on my own. So we even things out right now. I still live with that sliver of HP from Life Orb, and here I'm going to switch on to Snorlax. I don't know if this guy's physical or special. The biggest threat will be like a U-turn low kick kind of variant, but again, I don't know yet, so I'm just going to switch into my Snorlax. I want to keep my Weavile because I know I'm expecting his priority move, because why else is he going to switch in unless he's Scarf? And why would you Scarf low kick? It doesn't make sense because I have other mines like Beedrill or whatever that could come in. I mean, he could, I guess, but Scarf low kick, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, normally if it's Scarf, it would be like big moves like Hydro Palm, U-turn, or whatnot. So I was pretty confident to stay in with Snorlax or switching my Snorlax, and you can see he just goes for Water Shuriken. It was a pretty obvious move. So he's making a lot of obvious plays, but this is really early on, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll go for Curse here. I don't know if this Clefable is unaware or not, so I'm just going to go for a return as he gets off his Stuff Block, which is pretty good because Stuff Block could actually I don't really have a defogger. I think he looks at my team, he knows I don't have a defogger, so he knows that my Weavile will die regardless. And he knew Weavile was a huge threat, so he knew that he needed to kill me off with Stuff Rock. And I just went for a return. I got the big crit, so I don't know if this is unaware or Magic yet. So again, like I said, crit is a big theme here. He goes for recovery, and I go for another return, and that did 52%. So I was like, alright, this is just way too much. I either think he's definitely Magic Guard, or he just does not invest in defense at all. So he switches out here into Celesteela, and I'm just going to return again, not trying to both dig anything. Just trying to get rid of his Clef Pebble, to be honest. He goes for Leech Seed here. I just go for Fire Punch because I'm at +1, and yeah, I just revealed the term. Here I'm expecting to either switch out or to go for Protect. So I'm going for Curse here, and I do make that great prediction as he goes for Protect, and now he's going to have to figure out, does he want to keep his Celesteela, because he could obviously switch him out, switch him back in, go for another Protect on Snorlax and weather me down. But I do have Figure Berry, so my Figure Berry, I'm looking to activate it. I still have to get low enough and then recycle. But here, I had to make that big play because Leech T could just weather me down and he could keep switching in and out. So I'm going to make that big play and go for return because I'm expecting to switch. And he does switch, so I'm able to knock out his Latias. So it's right now looking real good for me. Unfortunately, he brings out his close score. I thought I had this game, to be honest, because I'm looking at his teams like, okay. Cafe was basically dead. Greninja, seeing that he had Water Shuriken tells me he's probably a special more than attack, so I could definitely knock him out. And I'm at +2 defense, so it's like low kick won't knock me out. And then Celestia, 1-5 punch will knock him out. Obviously, he's probably gonna have to do a protect or something like that. And then Gliscor, as long as I handle this guy, I'm good, man. And so here we see I go for a return just to see how much it does. It does 70-something%. He went for Thor Dance, right? So Thor Dance, he kind of evened out my defenses, meaning that I'm still able to live. But I do, the whole point of me going for a return is so that I get low enough so that Figure Berry activate and I can recycle. And what I should have probably done was I probably should have went for Curse and let him just get the full life, because as soon as I Curse like 1 or 2 more times, it will 100% him. So it's all about one hunt. And yeah, that was one of my downfalls, I think. Again, I want to get ahead of myself. I go for resume battle. He goes for boost again. I just go for return. So this is my plan. My plan was to get as low as enough so that I'm able to activate the Figure Berry. So he goes for boost again. I go for return. And I think the next turn will be activation of Figure Berry. And I know he can live his Facade or Earthquake if he wants to go for that, even at this range, because I'm at +2. So here, since I'm in the red health, I'm definitely activating the Figure Berry. Boom! I get back whole life. Perfect! And now here, he goes to Roost. I let him get full life, like I said, my whole plan. Go for a big curse. So that's a +3, which means he'll have to Sword Dance to knock me out. He goes for Earthquake. Of course! He quits me, man. Of course, man. This is the most crucial. Because at this point, +2 Gliscor pretty fast can knock down all my guys. So it just went downhill from here, to be honest. I go for Heat Train. I am Scarf, so I'm looking to go for a Magma Storm, but unfortunately it missed, and he's able to get off the Earthquake. And I go to a Victory Bell, thinking my Victory Bell could do something, but obviously I'm still slow because I don't have the Chlorophyll, I don't have Sunny Day. So I go to Beedrill here. I go knock off here with that 30%. That's absolutely nothing, as he just goes to Earthquake, knocks me out. And here is my last chance. I just go Conqueror, and honestly I should have bought him in earlier, but again, of course, he gets another crit. So another crit on my Conqueror, and I go for Book Up. That's absolutely nothing. So at this point, yeah, he just knocks me out quick, and then I don't have Gliscor left, and yeah, basically I just lost. I just gave this game away, essentially. So I said GG. This was not a good way to lose a game, because I had this game in the palm of my hands, and of course, anyways, we're gonna move on to Sunday, which is my second one. Of course, I never advance. So my next opponent goes by, let me just switch side. Okay, so my next opponent goes by Maki Mind Blower, and dude, I think I faced Maki before. So if you recall any of my previous videos with my tournament, I have faced Maki. So this guy is going with another alt. So we all know who you are, my guy. So you don't have to hide, I know coronavirus, we have masks now, it's mandated, but you don't have to hide, my dude. So look, my opponent, he did not know what to expect of my mons, and this time I actually took out my Victory Bell, because Victory is one of those mons that it's a hit or miss. It's not really guaranteed to win me any matches. Again, a lot of my opponents, especially in tournaments, they love to bring Blissey and Chansey. So, and even so like those basically fat Pokemon. So if I'm special attacking like my Victory Bell, I'm not gonna do anything to him. So hence I switch him out for my Landorus T. And Landorus T, this one is pretty cool. It's a mixed attacker with Hidden Power Ice to destroy Garchomp in this case, as you can see, and also other Landorus as well. So, and even Gliscor. So that's the whole point of Landorus, is to have a hidden power ice. And then I do have a U-turn, because obviously U-turn just to make my opponent think that I am physically attacking. And then I do have Explosion, which my opponent does not know, but is to get rid of, like, say, Chansey, which I probably got down to like 50%. I don't want him for softball, so I'll just go for Explosion. And I have Earthquake with the Z jump, Tonic Rage, and that would definitely eliminate a lot of mines, even his Tapu Fini, I think. So yeah, in Toxic Pack especially. So that was the whole point of my thing. I felt like I needed someone that was pretty bulky, pretty defensive, but also very, very, very threatening as well. Because my whole team is pretty threatening, physically and especially. So my opponent, it looks like I can definitely handle my own. If I have Victory Bell, honestly, Victory Bell would have done wonders here because if I have Chlorophyll, it would definitely knock down his Tapu Fini. Definitely knock down his Kartana with the Weather Ball. Definitely knock down his Mawile, even though he has Sucker Punch, but I could live one. And then the 3 months, I could probably use the Z Poison with, it would definitely knock down his Victini and his Zapdos. But we'll see how we handle with this team. Let's play. So Maki decides to bring out Victini. I go decide to bring out Landorus. Obviously, I'm favorable here, but he might have Glacier. So I don't want that. Obviously, he could be mixed attacker, he could be special attacker, he could be physical. So I had to make sure. So I go here right here. I see he just goes for U-turn, just scout, and now I'm thinking he's physical, so he has probably V-create. So he goes into Gotchum, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna set up Rock. So I decided going to Weavile. He goes for SD, so I was like, I have to go for Aisha, I think. No, I also set up SD because I'm savage like that. But it didn't work out for me here, and honestly, with SD and with SD, I was actually contemplating of going for knockoff, but then I thought about it, it's like, if I just let my Weavile die right then and there, yeah, I'm gonna have trouble with Zapdos and his Garchomp. So I needed to save him, but at the end of the day, I honestly was contemplating going for knockoff, because in my mind I was thinking, okay, my opponent's probably expecting me to have Poison Z because Weavile does learn Poison Jab. So if I do have Poison Jab with SD and the Poison Z move, I can definitely knock out his Tapu Fini. So I was actually playing that in my mind. I was thinking, okay, what if he thinks that? But what are the chances of anyone bringing Weavile with Poison Jab? It's just not viable. Actually, I guess it could be viable, not thinking about it, because Clefairy is a threat, and Clefairy basically walls Weavile, so I have to think about it. So yeah, so I made a bad move by switching to Snorlax, fearing his Tapu Fini, but he also switches out. So if I had gone for knockoff, it would knock out his Kartana, and that would have been one less threat. But now he knows that I don't have it. He goes in Tapu Fini again. After going to top Landorus, go for a U-turn, into Beedrill as he just surfs me. Here I'm with Mega Evolution, just be a threat because Beedrill is a threat, period. So he goes to Mega Evolution, I go for U-turn, get a crit, go into Landorus, get the Intimidator on him. And here I'm just going for U-turn, I think, instead of Earthquake. No, I do go for Earthquake just in case he wants to do anything, which is a bad move. But I move Snorlax here, as he actually double switch into his Garchomp. He goes into Fini here. And what did I do? I actually switch it out into Landorus because I really want to catch his Garchomp. If you want to settle up with my Snorlax with SD, I could go into Landorus and intimidate him, so lose -1, and then go for Hidden Power Ice, which he probably will not expect. So that was the plan, but he goes into Tapu Fini, so I'm going to go for U-turn out into Snorlax, and he goes for Surf, and I'm pretty sure he's going for Taunt here because he has lefties, and it tells me that he's pretty bulky, so I'm just going to go for Return Death. Big damage, 42%. So I'm like, alright, this is good. As long as I do damage on him, that's great. Here, I honestly was going to switch out into doing... No, actually, okay. So here, I was going to continue doing return. So I'd return his content. And here, actually, I was going to stay in and go for a Fire Punch. Because in my mind, I don't know what content this is. If he's Choice Bandit, I think I could live a Leaf Blade. I think. Don't quote me, I'm 100% sure. But I think I could live a Choice Bandit Leaf Blade. I am fairly confident that he was going to lock himself into something, because if his Garchomp already has SD, there's no reason why his Kartana will have SD. So he has to be Choice Scarf and Choice Bandit in some way. So I knew that he was going to be Choice in some way, and he's going to be the threat. So I should have stayed in and go for 5 punches to see what he's going to lock himself to. I'm pretty sure he's not going to go for Sacred Sword. Why are we going for Sacred Sword? We're always going to Landorus, and it'll be half. So yeah, and then he's going to be locked into that. He's going to have to switch out. So that's not a play. He might go for Leaf Blade. I think that's a better move because there's no way I'm going to switch into Heat Train because he might actually go Sacred Sword. Because Sacred Sword on Snorlax and then switch into Heat Rain would not make sense because I could also die to Secret Sword. So it would be Sleep Blade, and I'm pretty sure I could live with Sleep Blade and then revenge him with a Fire Punch and he would die. But I was fearful, so I got scared and I switched out into Landorus, thinking my Intimidator would do anything. But look at that Leaf Blade, there's 67%, ridiculous. So here he switches out, not knowing if I am Scarf or not. But I also switch out. So I'm gonna go U-turn on his incoming Zapdos on Weavile. Now this Weavile is a huge threat. So go for SD, I believe. As he goes into his, of course, Mawa, he gets an Intimidator off. Now his Mega Evolution, I go for knockoff, does absolutely nothing, 36%. And he's able to just revenge me a playoff. So that was already a bad move right there. I'm going to go into Landorus here. I'm just going to Intimidate him, and I'm going to switch out into Heatran, expecting to go for Sucker Punch. But he goes into Zapdos, and that's fine because my Heatran is just going to set up Vox, because I'm Scarf. So I'm going to set up Vox, and of course he's going to defog it, so I'm going to go back to my Beedrill just to get advantage. He goes for Defog. Here I do go for Return. I go for Poison Jab, and unfortunately I miss. And I go for Drill Run, not expecting to go for Sucker Punch. He could go for Sucker Punch, but I wasn't expecting to do that. So here I'm going to go for Return on his Gotcha, and that did 50-something%. Now that's ridiculous. So I'm going to switch out into Landorus, expecting him to go for Rock maybe. But he goes for the Z-mode, go to Continental Crush, knocks me the leak out. But now I can't show him that I have Hidden Power Ice. But here I should have went for Poison Jab. Had to go home and go big or go home, but I didn't. I go for U-turn, safe move. He goes for a Discharge here. That's 20%. I go for Return. He does have. It only did 35%. That's pretty pathetic. He goes to Discharge again. I'm going to go for a Curse. Just to curse it up. Here, I should have went for Fire Punch. Honestly, I should have went for Fire Punch. But I got for that Return. Safe move. Safe never wins. He goes for Sacred Sword, knocks me out. And now I just bring in my Beedrill, and Beedrill is faster guaranteeing because he's banded. I'm pretty sure. I know I should have went for Poison Jab once again, but now of course I get paralyzed from the static, so that sucks even more. He goes to the Discharge, does 37%. Get the paralyzed, but that's fine with me because I am Guts ability, so I'm gonna go for bulk up here. He goes for another Discharge. It does a lot, and now of course I get paralyzed. And then what does he do? He goes for another Discharge. I'm able to live with Slither, but it's no point because I go for Drain Punch, not enough to knock him out with his recovery. A Mag Punch would not knock him out, so I should have went for a Thunder Punch, but unfortunately not. So he's able to knock me out. So right now it's pretty pathetic. I do go for Heatran. I go for Flash Canyon just to lock myself into something. Zapdos dies, goes on top of Feeny, and I'm just going to go Flash Canyon. As he just goes to Surf, does half. I'm gonna go for another Flash Canyon. I just don't do as much as possible as he just goes Surf, knocks me out. And then I'm gonna go into obviously my Beedrill. My Beedrill is surprisingly still faster after being paralyzed. Go for U-turn, get the crit, knocks him out. He goes Victini, and Victini can just do his thing with Recreate and knocks me out. So that actually ends Tournament 1, unfortunately. I had 2 tries on Friday and Sunday, and I failed on both times. The first time, as you know, I would have won that game. This time around, you know, there's a lot of ways I could have won this game. I already told you guys some of it during the game, but just to reiterate, I shouldn't be scared of Victini, number 1, right? I got the Intimidate off. He definitely gonna go with Glacier, but this guy was not a threat because Landorus is a great counter. And then especially Snorlax is a great counter to him. Be great. It's gonna do nothing. He might have found a Gambit, but yeah, that's not a big threat. And then obviously, but I should have made some big moves like Snorlax with 5 Punch and Cartana, expect him to come in, and then I should have made some big plays with what else? With Beedrill. Should have went for Poison Jab on its income Zapdos, and it would have been 2-hit KO, and then it would save some mons to use later on. So certainly this game was up for grabs for sure. It wasn't like I was 100% gonna lose. Victory Bell would have been great for the team, but it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love making these videos. I am hoping for more tournaments in a way. I know this tournament I failed, but there's always next time, and there's there's definitely more tournaments on the way. So stay tuned, guys. Also, I'm going to do my weekly thing with Pokemon Road to Top 10 laddering. I'm also going to do Pokemon of the Day, and I'm also going to do play a bunch of games all at once, and just confuse you guys. But other than that, yeah, until next time, guys. Peace.